Hello YouTube, this is Bowtied. I don't even have a bow tie on. What would you know? That's because this is going to be a little more casual than anything I've done before, and this is the first time I've ever made a video like this. This is a first listen / reaction video to Kasbo's The Making of a Paracosm. I'm sort of doing this because I love Kasbo. I have 20 albums ever that have scored a 10 out of 10 for me, and Kasbo's last album was one of them. And so this being his second album, I really want to figure out my first reactions for it and record them. And hopefully it'll be an interesting video. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go cut-wise, but let's get into it. First up, The Making of a Paracosm. Also, I haven't listened to any of the tracks before. I listened to Loon, I think it was, maybe once, but I haven't heard any of the singles beforehand, so this is pretty much a blind listen for me, or deaf listen. Okay, I get down to this. Again, this is really serene and feels like a beautiful intro. Okay, this is interesting. Not sure if it's a vocoder or just affected after. Okay. Doing the classic Kasbo, just natural sounds at the end, right? Yeah, there it is. Huh. Okay, first track. Very nice. It is a beautiful track. Obviously there's no lyrics in it, but I really enjoyed that first listen. It really sets the pace for the album and tone, is assuming it goes that same direction. But yeah, I'm a fan. Next up, Play Pretend by Our Chives. Great mixing on the vocals. Yes. Yeah, big fan. That like muted djembe is really nice. Yeah, again, that I'm not sure what it is. That skin drum it's so faint, but it adds so much to this track. Just the click. It's very clean. Relatively same as the first drop. Gonna see high vocals here. Yeah. If he swings it here, I will lose my mind. He's not going to though. Nah. Okay, same as the first two drops. Which, I mean, not the worst thing, but... Oh, it's a little different though, okay. Again, with those natural sounds at the end of the tracks, it's very Kasbo-esque. It's a style. That's nature with some household sounds. Yeah, a little crackle, footsteps. Okay. Okay, Play Pretend, track 2. That was great. I really enjoyed that one. Definitely more than The Making of a Paracosm. But I mean, that's the first single, and the first one was more of a pace or tone setter. And this was one of the actual tracks. If that, I know, you know what I mean. So I was a big fan of that. Again, I would have loved some more variety in the drops there, but for the most part, I was a big fan. Track 3, Shut the World Out, with Frida Sundemo. I know Frida Sundemo has a very distinct voice, from the song with Morton. I can't remember what it was though. A ton of remixes. Listen to it a lot. But her voice is very distinct. It's got that like almost Britney Spears like whine at the end, like that. That's awful. Yes. Ooh. The slight vocal chops are fantastic. Just the back. Ooh, it's quick. It's only like what, 8 bars. That is smooth. Okay. Okay. Interesting direction. Where is he taking this? Big finale? Oh. It's definitely a change up. Don't know if I love this as much as the first 2 drops, but this is... Yes. Oh, loving this. Okay. And the denouement. Those crackles. Oh, okay. Track 3. Shut the World Out. So far, that's the most... well, the first 2 songs do a good job of conveying the narrative of this Paracosm. Paracosm is the idea that it's an imaginary world, and so this is the making of an imaginary world, and you have both play pretend and shut the world out. So, narratively, I obviously need to go back and listen to lyrics some more. It's kind of hard at first listen to kind of take everything in and try to really understand the depth of the lyrics. So I didn't get a ton, but I like that. The piano part came in a little abrupt, I felt. And then it got lower and lower and then came to that big finale. I feel like it could have been a little bigger. I got to that at the end though. But the first half of that final drop had a bit of energy, but it got a lot higher, and I wish it kind of would have came to that big climax there. But good. Again, first 3 songs, loving it so far. Up number 4 is Blur. Okay. A lot of distortion on this. Or more than Kasbo normally does. It's grittier. It's really gritty. Okay, bring a kid in. Something on the right, so it's just panned there. Right? Oh, a little bit on the left. Interesting to pan that. Okay, we got one rhythm in this here, one in the other. Again, that is heavy for Kasbo. Okay, odd out. Oh, it's continuous from the song to the next. So that's something. But Blur, track 4. Really gritty. Comparatively to what Kasbo normally does. I know a lot of more musicians are grittier than this, but yeah, it's the nice distorted guitar is it's clean, but obviously it's clean for what distorted is. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one necessarily. It's a lot, grittier, darker. It feels than the rest of it. There's not as much going on, so it's a little bit more minimalistic in that sense. But I need some more time on that song for sure. But track 5. Oh, I'm gonna butcher the Swedish here. It's not even probably pronounced 4, but for evit. That's so awful. Canadian. I'm sorry. So for evit featuring Florian Rossetti. Okay, a lot more driven, a lot more busy, especially compared to Blur. The nice swells come in pretty well. Okay. Get that synth piano? I don't even know. I'm awful at discerning instrumentation. Yeah, this vocalist is interesting. Very similar style to Vancouver Sleep Clinic style. I listen to a lot of him, and I know his song's coming up. But it's that same vocal performance style. I'm feeling a lot more in the right ear, which is interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of it. His instrumentation is panned to my right, which is interesting. For Evite, I butchered that song title. It's a lot noisier. It's a lot more going on, especially when compared to Blur. Okay. I like those vocals to start, the layered vocals. The swells. Fading in and out. Okay. The really fast bass. That's nice. Ooh, the reverse sounds. I don't love the lyrics on this chorus. I feel a little out of place at the chorus. Like they feel like they don't flow as well with the song structure. Okay, nice. Continued breakdown. I don't know what sound is, but it's like a cry. Almost sounds like a... Ooh. Ooh. Almost got like a trap beat in here. Okay, okay. Okay. Here's Kasbo's, household sounds. Okay. Talk Slow. That was, I have a lot of feelings about that. Some good, some okay. That last little like trap beat was unexpected and I really liked it. It hit a deeper bass line too. It just hit harder than even Blur did. That was, again, I don't love the vocal, like the lyrics at the first drop. It doesn't feel like it matches the key, not the key signature, the song tempo. It just feels out of place. I mean, that is just first listen, so you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. But so far, again, really impressed. I like that it's a continuous project so far. It's not fully continuous, but I think there wasn't an actual transition between the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, I want to say. But it's not bad. Yeah, I like that it's got some continuity in it, especially if there's a greater narrative at play here, which there appears to be. So, track 7, Augusti 0519 Interlude. Yeah, this isn't getting out anywhere. I thought it was at first. It is just interlude, so. Okay, I really hope this builds into something, even if it's the next track. This would be a fantastic build. If it's all for actually something and not just an interlude. It's going! I lost it. I wanted that to go somewhere. That's kind of a shame. I really wanted that to go somewhere. Oh, dang. Okay. The interlude, I really wanted that to go somewhere. That was sounding like it was a fantastic build. If that went into some drop or even just the next track, that was probably my favorite track. And I know you can still love like interludes and stuff, but I feel like that needed a resolution. And maybe that's the point of it. Dang. Dang, I really enjoyed that, especially as an interlude. I need to give that one another listen. But for now, we're moving on. Track 8, Vitra? Who knows? Ooh. Oh, I love that. That dichotomy in that. The high keys with a low bass line. Great. And then you bring in the middle. Okay, I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm loving the sound design on this track. This is a track that I think benefits from not having a lot going on. Or a lot of times I want stuff to be happening, but this one, I like that it's more minimal. My worry is it's going to do the exact same thing for its second drop. That might ruin this track for me. It needs to have... Okay, where are we going here, Kasbo? Nice acoustic. Really... I don't know if that's been in the whole time, but I just noticed it now. It feels really raw. It feels like almost untouched, like it's just someone's right next to me with it. Okay, it's not copy pasted, that's good. This doesn't sound like it. Because that high keys line. It's almost like a wind chiming noise, like a blowing in the wind. Track 8. We're pretty much over halfway done now. I loved the sound design there, but I don't know. I really loved it at first, but I felt like there was something missing halfway through that track. I don't know what it is though. That's another one that I think needs definitely some more listens. Yeah. Okay. Track 9, Loon, with Vancouver Sleep Clinic. This is the only song that I've actually heard before the album came out. So yeah, let's listen to it. I only listened to it a little bit though, or like once or twice. But I, disclaimer, love Vancouver Sleep Clinic. So that's why I had to listen to it before. Yeah, I can hear his vocals fit in right away. Yes. Yes, Vancouver. Come on. Okay, this is the longest track on the album here. And I'm thankful for that. Yes. Yeah, bring it back down. Ooh, good vocals. Ooh, that squeal. Again, I love that squeal. That's feels like classic Kasbo to me. Is this also produced by Vancouver Sleep Clinic? It really sounds like it. No. Okay, if you haven't listened to Vancouver Sleep Clinic, go listen to his stuff. It's fantastic. Onwards to Zion. One of my 10 out of 10 albums is Onwards to Zion, so go listen to that by Vancouver Sleep Clinic, obviously. Yes, 2 minutes in, we get the drop. Oh, love this. If I remember correctly, they bring in a high vocal after this. Like a... Yes! Oh, I love this track so much. I'm personally a sucker for songs that have a male and female vocal with like this kind of trip-hop, chill style of music, electronica. I love it. Yeah, bring it all in for the finale. It brings it down, nice and easy. Does Vancouver Sleep Clinic the last say? No, I don't think he does. He's pretty much just in the first half, but That is a fantastic song. That might be one of my favorite Kasbo tracks ever. Loon is easily 10 out of 10. I love it so much. Him and Vancouver Sleep Clinic just work so well together. It seriously sounds like it's a double song. Like it's both. Oh, I'm in like a mini coma from that track. Oh, I'm big fan. That's fantastic. And I love that it's a long song too. Almost 5 minutes. Okay, let's move along though. Track 10. Oh gosh, another Swedish word. Skogsra? Skogsgray? I don't know what the accent means, but track 10. Whoa. It's like a meteor version of Umbrella Club. It's Umbrella Club EP. That one's pretty tame, but I hear a lot of similarities in it. Okay. Ooh, that minor key. Or that minor chord, I should say. Okay. Track 10, Skogsra? I don't know how to say any of these Swedish words. I did not expect those female vocals to come in, especially that last 30 seconds. Okay. I know I'm not giving the best analysis right now, but that was definitely one of the more unique tracks of this entire project so far. That and Vitra, I think it was, and Blur. That was definitely one of the most unique ones here, and I need to give that one another listen for sure. But track 11, Hemma. Whoa. Some like electronic searching machine? Almost like a metal detector going off. This definitely can feel like a filler track, depending on how this goes at the end. But, okay. It's still keeping me interested. Still keeping me intrigued, even as a filler so far. What feels like a filler, I should say. I love those horns. Horns or strings, anytime they go in with EDM, love it. Okay. Track 11, Hemma. That one felt like the most filler of anything I had listened to yet. That's for sure. Again, I love that horn, or the horn section or whatever. I think it was a trumpet. Playing with a half mute, a half cone. That sounded really nice. Other than that, I didn't think the track was too interesting. But I, again, love the horns. So we're going to go into track 12, Staying in Love with Nay. I know this is a single, and I think this is the most popular one of all the singles before the album came out. And I had not listened to this beforehand. So this is my first listen of this one. I think Show You is also a single, which comes up next. Okay. Like, no, Zed. That's what I'm thinking of. Sounds like a Zed or Drake track. To cut everything out except the vocals. Okay, where's this gonna go? Okay. I can get down with this. The cut after 8. Yeah, it is. Quick drop. This feels like a more commercially viable track. I guess this is more commercial appeal than anything. Seriously, it sounds so much like a Zed or Grey track. The mimicked vocals in the back trying to do a low harmony too, like. Like an electronic chimes almost at the end there. Staying in Love, track 12. That definitely was the most song for commercial appeal than anything. You can easily tell, even just the vocal performance. And again, I reiterate, it sounds a lot like Zed and Grey, especially with that middle track of cutting everything out except the vocals and then having a layered lower harmony to play with it. I personally loved Bleed It Out on his last album, or his first album, I should say, either or works. With Nia? I'm not sure how to say that. But Bleed It Out was fantastic. That was my previous favorite Kasbo song, I think. And then Loon, I think, is my new favorite. But that definitely wasn't a Bleed It Out, but it was still good. Just comparing one to the other. The same feature, but definitely shows a progression in Kasbo's style. It's not as... I use trip hop as an all-encompassing term of this kind of music that I listen to. It's not, it's like electronica. It's a little different, but it helps me. It feels less experimental and more backgroundy, if that makes sense. Like, it feels almost more like all the tracks have more filler in them. They feel more like filler than anything. And I'm not sure if that's just like a lack of vocal features. It really feels like there's a lot less vocal features happening in this album compared to the last. But we're not done yet. So track 13, Show You. It's a little weird to hear a more masculine voice on top of a Kasbo track. I feel like it was associated with a high female. Oh, so this is just Kasbo's vocals. There's no other credits for anyone else, so it's just his own. Obviously, it's pitched around and played with a lot, but this feels like classic Kasbo, like a nice, firm, I don't know what other word to use, just like a classic Kasbo track. Minimal vocals, vocal chops, the high synths, or nuts. I'm not sure if they're synthed out, but then. And again, if this does a low fade here, a long, like minute 45-second fade with some natural household sounds. Yeah. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that his style, like I can call the songs before I even listen to them. Or as I'm listening to them. It's pretty formulaic at this point, especially 2 albums in for Kasbo. But that could just be because I love Kasbo and his style and his sound design, so it's got pros and cons to it. Okay, if I call a key noise here, that would be nuts, but... Come on. I didn't get any keys, but that... I think it's so funny that I can call so much of the track just before it even happens. I think it's hilarious. Okay. Show You. Again, I've been talking through the last part. It's just pretty formulaic at this point, Kasbo. It's not bad. It's not the best he's ever put out, but yeah. Final track of Kasbo's The Making of a Paracosm. It is Snoo? I don't know how to pronounce that with the accent, but with Freya the Dragon. So let's hear it. Final track. Kasbo, The Making of a Paracosm. This feels like an outro track with keys. I don't know why they always do that. Ooh. Very grandiose sound. It feels mysterious, too. I think he's wrapping the whole narrative of this Paracosm into this track here. It's my guess. Okay, I really hope this is just a one-drop, big, grand finale. Please go into some big build. I will love this if it does. Great build so far. That like shutter even sound too. Like a scratch shutter. I'm starting to think it's not gonna drop. Yeah, this is gonna be it. There's not gonna be a drop. Still, like, it's very angelic. Yeah, bring it down a little raw to finish it out. It really does feel like a fantasy world, this track. There's your classic Kasbo end. Okay. Kasbo, the making of a Paracosm. I really enjoyed this album on the first listen. I'll talk a little bit that last track first of all. Again, it's like quite angelic and it felt like it really did feel like a good finale of a track. Personally, I would have loved to drop in there as one final hurrah. But I get it, and I think narratively I understand it at that point of where it's kind of going, especially like tonality-wise. But yeah, the whole album, it's good. It's good. I would have loved a little more vocal features and some more energy in some songs, if that makes sense. I feel like the last album had a lot of moving parts and energy and high volume to this, and this one feels a lot more laid back, and I think that's where he's going stylistically with the whole idea of a Paracosm, and feeling like you're in this kind of fantasy world. And so I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of this. I need to obviously give it some more listens. I'll definitely give it like 3 or 4 minimum more listens before I give a rating and do a review on it and write up my review. But big fan of this at first. Kasbo, I love you, man. This is some solid stuff. If I had to give like a top 3 or something, Loon 100% is one of my favorite. I liked Play Pretend a lot. I actually really liked The Making of a Paracosm, the title track. That was great. And honestly, the last track too. Snow? I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced. But those are some standouts for me. I often don't love the intro and outro tracks, especially because I know they're trying to set a tone and or bookend a whole piece of music, just and wrap it all together. But I felt like they really served their purpose and went beyond that. So, yeah, if I had to give like a rating, like right now, if someone, whatever, was like, you have to make a rating right now, I'd probably give it an 8. And that's pretty good, I'd say. Oftentimes my ratings go up, I find, the more I listen to it. Obviously, the more you listen to it, the more you like it. But I mean, like, the more I really start to dissect it, I can often tell when stuff is pretty surface level at the beginning. And so once I dive into more of the depth and the narrative that Kasbo's trying to portray, look at the lyrics more, I think I'll find a lot more to it. And so I'm interested to see how the lyrical content matches up with the tonality and just how it all plays out musically. But yeah, big fan. Way to go, Kasbo. But that's been it. My first ever reaction, first listen video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you want to see content like this ever or in the future. I might try to do one every Friday. I'm literally listening to this Thursday night at 9 p.m., 9 to 10 p.m. I live on the west coast of Canada, and so I literally, for the first hour and a half this has been out, I've been listening to this album. So let me know what you think. If you liked it, if you didn't, also let me know, and I won't do it again. But I will see you guys in another video.